Well, Craig, if relegation fights were won on the basis of team spirit, then Darrell will be safe by now after that display.
Yeah, I think so. I think, again, it outlined sort of everything I've said about the players. The desire, the aggression at times, the commitment was there in abundance, and, they're very disappointed in there. I'm absolutely thrilled and proud of the performance they put on, because playing against a side as good as York are, we give as good as we got, and I'm so proud of them. It's untrue.
There were two good goals, and especially the second one by McGrady. I mean, he was cool as you like when he took that.
Yeah, we have a laugh and joke with Macca because he doesn't like shooting from any further than 2 yards out. So we've been encouraging him for the last sort of month or so to shoot. He's got great feet. He can move the ball and he can move people around, and he's got quality as well. And I think he showed that. He feinted to go one way and went the other, and then finished it off. And then he nearly did the same, which I think would have made it 3-0. That would have effectively killed the game. But yeah, he's got a lot of credit. He's one of many talented youngsters that we've got here.
But what about the cheer that greeted the goal there? I think the last time when we heard a cheer like that was when Chris Hughes scored against Rochdale that time in the first half.
Yeah, I remember that day well. The sport was superb. Myself, I'm jumping around on the sideline like an idiot. I'll probably get wrong when I get home off my kids because I'd be embarrassed, but because I think it got caught on camera. But it shows the emotion that's running through this club at the minute, and I keep saying it, that there's an awful lot to be built on here if we can come through this little bit.
There were emotions up and down during the game, Robert, because at 2-0 it was looking well.
At 2-0, yeah, 2-0 we started to really play really well, and we started to get on top, and I thought we'd go on and get another one. I thought if we got the third it would have been game over, I'm pretty sure of that, but we know they're a good side, and my biggest fear was once they got one, would they get another one quickly straight after? I did think that in the back of my mind, and they did, but credit to them, because I've just been told there was still 30 minutes left, and they regrouped and they dug in, and again they showed that spirit and desire in abundance, I think.
Again, there were some fantastic individual performances, and I thought Taylor was magnificent in the heart of the defence.
Yeah, Chris Taylor for me is a centre half. I mean, I think he's grown in stature. He now is looking a class acted centre half, and I thought he's magnificent. He's playing alongside a youngster who's got an awful lot of potential. So he's helping him along. He's helping develop him as a player, because Scott's learning from him. He got a little bit of stick earlier in the season, but I think everybody in recent weeks will be, seeing what Chris Taylor's capable of doing.
And Rob Ramshaw in midfield, he came in and complete unknown to a lot of fans there today, and he did well. Yeah,
I thought he was excellent for a youngster to go into a 6,000 plus crowd and make his debut. Can't have been easy. Again, I tried to protect him. I didn't tell him till 1:45 that he was playing, so I limit the amount of nerves he was going to have. I thought, what you're going to get with Rob, he's 100%. He'll run through, if I asked him to, he'd run through a brick wall for me. And he has got that little bit of quality, which he showed today. So I think him and his family will be very, very proud of his debut.
And Jordan Pickford as well, let's not forget him, pulling off a fantastic save near the end.
Yeah, again, because of his size and his physique, people forget he's only 17. He pulled off, a real good save, and he's such a calm lad. The errors, one error that he made, well, if it was an error on Tuesday night, the penalty, which I obviously watched again, it wasn't a penalty. Some youngsters could be affected by that, but that shows his maturity. That you wouldn't think that. I thought he was excellent. He was calm, composed, and he's got great distribution. So he's got a big future in front of him, and I'll be delighted to keep him here as long as needs be.
In terms of squad numbers, have the conference relented yet on allowing you any signings? Or are you still...
We had, obviously, because Graham's going to be out for a while. He'll now come on and work alongside me. So I think what we were getting on Friday was you can go 1 for 1. So if one goes out, I can bring one in, which I suppose a little bit of a help. But we've lost Paul Arneson today, so I had one lined up yesterday to come in. Well, two possibly, but for one reason or another it didn't materialise. But I'm pretty certain, conference rules allowing, that I'll have possibly 2 in for next weekend.
But what standard though? Are you limited to under 19s?
No, I think all we've got to do is put things in front of them that they did. I think obviously I've done my bit in the press, and I've tried to get them to see sense. We just got to give them the names who we want to bring in, and then they'll judge it themselves. So we're in the hands of the conference again. The 2 I've got, hopefully, if I could get these 2 I'd be delighted with. I'll keep them under my hat until obviously we can finalise it. But we'll just have to wait and see and pray that this club can get obviously took over in the very near future, and we can add, because I still think we need 5 or 6.
What is the latest on the suitors who are after the club at the moment?
I think as far as I'm aware, I think Paul's the front runner, because he's out in the press and everybody's. I'm only, if I'm being honest, I only read what's in the papers and hear on the radio, so I'm led to believe he's the front runner. I'll probably not have discussions over the weekend with anybody. It'll be Monday morning when I come back in, where I might get a little bit more news.
But hopefully we can look forward to a game next Saturday still. That feels to be the vibration.
Yeah, I think we've got. I mean, getting a 6,000 plus crowd today will help the coffers. So I think as long as there's strong interest, I don't think Harvey will obviously want to pull the plug. He'll keep it going as long as he sees there's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So as soon as I get away from here, I'll be getting my thinking cap on and trying to get people and prepare people for next Saturday.
You mentioned Harvey there. He was one who was jumping up and down the director's box when the second goal went in. You would have noticed.
No, we've sucked him in now. He's part of the. He's enjoying his time at the club. Although we want him out as quickly as possible. He is. So I think he can see what a sense of togetherness we've got here, and I think he sees it as something to fight for. So he's very much on our side. But as I say, the sooner we see the back of him, the better.